thunderstorms, creating the possibility of flood concerns in the central portion of Texas. Meanwhile, the Canadian wildfires and the winds are driving in all that smoke into the portion of the upper Midwest and the Northeast. So smoke advisories in place from Detroit into Cleveland, all the way out to D.C. as well. But we're anticipating those conditions to clear up just in time for the final game at the New Jersey-New York Stadium. So it's going to be looking good next, or for this upcoming Sunday. Area of high pressure shifting just a little further away, reducing our daytime highs, and also a little bit of monsoon influence, but it's really going to impact very little impact for areas like the low desert. So if you're heading over to Palm Springs, just don't be surprised if you see a sporadic shower, and that also goes the same to say for the mountain communities, where a 10 to 20% chance of an isolated shower. But for the coast, we've got 76 degrees. Beautiful into the weekend. Enjoy it before a little hint of humidity again makes its way back again. Interior spots, LA, Orange County. The Orange County Fair begins today, and we've got lovely weather to match, so you can go ahead and enjoy it. I'll have more details and bringing it down there. And valleys, we've got 95 degrees and temperatures keeping with the 90s before triple-digit heat comes back. And if you're heading over the mountain spots, again, just a chance for thunderstorms, mostly sunshine, and we'll keep the opportunities of precipitation going all the way through next week. Stick with us. We'll have much more news, weather, and traffic when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
a look at Hermosa Beach here.
This is, yes.
Got a tournament going on there.
Radici, it's a great restaurant. that I've never been to, but I've just heard good things about it.
It sounds delicious.
Let's give it a try. Thanks for being with us on this Friday, July the 17th.
Yes.
Let's get to Samana with a look at the forecast.
Maybe you have plans to hit the beach this weekend. That'd be nice.
It's going to be
a good time to do it.
Definitely nice. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Bob, and to all our viewers. And taking a look at that shot. People are already out and about. They're walking their dogs. They're running. And this is the time to do all those things, considering it's not as hot. I mean, we're looking at just beautiful weather right now, all the way out to Long Beach. Good morning. Riverside at 74 degrees. Temperatures. The good news here is that we're going to experience less heat. All the extreme heat warnings and heat advisories have lifted. So we're going back to what's typical for this time of year. We've got numbers instead of 90s and triple digits. We've got 80s and mid 90s at best for valleys in the IE. The beach, beautiful. 76 degrees under mostly sunny conditions. Our mountain spots, just a heads up, there may be an off chance of a sporadic shower, courtesy again of that monsoon influence. But otherwise, it's going to be a nice and warm afternoon, even up the high country. High desert's 97 degrees, and Palm Springs, it's Friday. People are going to head out there. It's going to be hot and humid at 107. A closer look at the 7-day forecast coming up. In the meantime, send back over to you, Jen, Bob.
All right. Thank you, Samada. So this time yesterday, we were all over that huge water main break in West Hollywood, caused such a mess. This morning, part of the Sunset Strip is still off limits as crews work to repair that massive sinkhole.
Yeah, and we're getting a better idea of the timeline here. Mario just talked to the CEO of the LADWP with more on this. Mario, good morning.
Yeah, and we're now going on 29 hours since this emergency started here in the city of West Hollywood. And you can see the aftermath here behind me, what's left behind that huge sinkhole here at Sunset and Holloway Drive. And now that crews have pumped out nearly 200,000 gallons of water, the damage is finally accessible and the repairs can begin. So let's show you what this looks like from Skyfox. LADWP says this is a 36-inch water trunk line, a major pipe that moves water across this part of the city. Officials say this pipe is about 110 years old, made of cast iron, and they've now determined the rivets failed, causing the side of the pipe to peel open, unleashing all that water that flooded this entire area. And let's now go to video from the ground showing you the mess it created early yesterday morning as water gushed from the buckled pavement for nearly 4 hours. LADWP officials this morning say they knew almost immediately through their remote monitoring system that this was an LADWP pipe, but they had to slowly close massive water valves to avoid creating a pressure surge that could have caused even more damage elsewhere in the system. Now, the replacement section has already been fabricated from steel at an LADWP facility, and crews expect to bring it here today. Take a listen.
We are going to be cutting out that damaged section of the pipe this morning, and then the pipe will begin to be placed and welded. It takes about 16 hours for us to do the welding, and then we would be able to slowly start to bring water pressure up, and we check for leaks. So we'd be looking at tomorrow before we're actually doing leak checks. You probably won't even see this on a customer bill. As far as what the total cost for the project, we'll know that later once we're all wrapped up and completed, but it's all part of what we do.
Officials say they now know about 25 feet of pipe has to be replaced here. And for the first time this morning, we got a close-up look at that massive water pipe that ruptured here, sending all that water into this neighborhood and leaving behind that massive sinkhole. Now, Sunset between Larrabee and La Cienega, back out here live, it is still shut down, and it's expected to be that way as the repair work continues. In West Hollywood, we'll send it back to you, Bob and Jen.
So we're hoping to have that section of the street of Sunset open by the end of this weekend. Do we know how long those repairs, though, are going to be taking?
Yeah, so LADWP says that they may start filling that sinkhole here behind me as early as tomorrow, and that's the next milestone that really will start to get this road temporarily opened with temporary pavement. So hopefully, they say by the end of the weekend, by Monday morning, this major thoroughfare here on Sunset Boulevard should be reopened.
And then what is the DWP saying about water service, Mario? Is it fully restored? There's been people who have said that they're still experiencing like pressure issues.
Yeah, nothing like what we saw yesterday, and that's what we've been asking some of the residents who've been coming up to us, asking us for an update. We're asking them, what's your water like this morning? And for the most part, we'll say everybody's back to normal, but LADWP still asking customers to try and conserve energy, or I should say water, during the repairs. And they also say for residents living in apartment buildings, the higher levels, because the water is being redirected through an 8-inch pipe, a much smaller pipe, that they could experience some pressure issues. But again, nothing like what we saw yesterday.
All right, Mario. Thank you.
Thanks for that update, Mario.
Let's go over to Stu. He's over some breaking news in Arlington Heights right now. Stu, what's going on?
Well, it was one of those ones where you kind of look at it and say, how did that happen? Let's talk about what we're looking at right here. This is Arlington Heights. It's going to be 1100 block of South Norton Avenue. Early morning call, vehicle on its side inside a parking garage. Well, there was somebody in there. LA City Fire Department got that person out, but now heavy rescue is here to help get that vehicle out of there and to check for building integrity. You can see right there, it's very difficult to make out, but you see one car kind of popping out with some damage on the side. Inside that garage, you can see that one wall kind of damaged, and then you can barely make it out. That's the best shot we can get from Skyfox, a car on its side. The driver of that vehicle has been taken to a local hospital with injuries, as we understand it. Right now, though, LAPD here on scene, they're going to have some questions for that driver, how all this happened, and of course, the fire department, they've really worked to get that car out of there. And also, take a look at this. They got to do some shoring up of the building because there is some structural damage to the building as well. We're going to probably get some more information on this later, see how this all turns out. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Sending it back to y'all in the studio.
All right, Stu. Thank you.
Thank you, Stu. Let's get back to that water main break in West Hollywood. It's also impacted businesses.
For sure. Gigi Gracietta is live there with more on the economic fallout from this. Good morning.
Good morning. I just spoke to Joe Romalo with the Department of Water and Power, and he explained to me that they are solely responsible for the damage done, and they've actually been door knocking. They've been going business to business, asking people to file a claim, but first contact your insurance company. They've already identified 80 damaged cars. We don't know if this is one of the 80 that has already filed a claim, but take a look inside the car, and ironically, they've got some little rubber duckies on their dashboard. Very appropriate considering this car took a lot of damage, water damage. The mud is all the way up to the inside windshield. Take a look at the damage to the vehicle. And again, this is one of 80 that the Department of Water and Power says they've already identified. Let's talk about the business impact. Joe telling me they went door to door. They met with business owners, not all of them, but they've started the process talking about claims that they're going to be filing. Take a look at this business tower here, 8800 Sunset, right on the corner of Sunset and Holloway. They're obviously closed today because all the surrounding streets are closed, and also because they've got some serious water and mud damage inside the parking structure. Now, I'm told that parking structure goes down 3 levels. This water removal process has been going on since last night, and I'm hearing it's made barely a dent. This water is coming from 3 floors below ground, or 2 floors below ground, that 3rd floor of the parking structure where the water was as high as about 2 or 3 feet. It's only gone down a couple of inches. This is a Service Master. They've got these hoses here. And let's go over here, because if you live in this area, if you work in this area, you're going to be seeing a lot of trucks from different companies. This is just one company, Service Master. We've seen them carrying cardboard boxes inside the business, presumably to help people pack up from some damage. You can see all of the mud here at Lucky Athletes. Again, they're going to be asked to file a claim with the Department of Water and Power. And take a look over here, photographer Carlos Jacinto. I know we're moving around a lot. Look at all of this street damage. I asked the Department of Water and Power about this. What is the city of West Hollywood going to do? Do they have to pay for this? They told me they most likely will pay for this, and then they will file a claim to be reimbursed by the Department of of water. What should you do if you have water damage, if your business is closed, if your car was damaged because of the raging waters we saw yesterday? Photographer Carlos Jacinto, once again, I'm going to ask you to come with me here on Palm. This is 1010 Palm. Actually, it's right in front of 1020 North Palm Avenue, right south of Sunset Boulevard. The Department of Water and Power has their kiosk here. They've got representatives ready to help you with any information you need to file a claim. Now, what they're telling me is you should contact your insurance company first. And what Joe explained to me is that even if a business or a home has flood insurance, it's not going to cover something like this, because he said this is clearly the Department of Water and Power's responsibility. But you need to contact your insurance company first. The Department of Water and Power telling me they've already sent cleanup crews into some of the houses. Now, I mentioned 80 cars that were identified. They spoke to 250 people yesterday. Those are 250 possible claims. And they sent cleanup crews into 18 different homes or apartments yesterday to help people get the mud and the water out. So again, they're going to be here all day long. You can also file a claim online, ladwp.com/claims. We'll also have that address on our website, foxla.com. Reporting live in West Hollywood, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
It's 80 vehicles, and it's probably a complete loss for many of them, right? Because those cars were completely submerged.
Take a look at this car. This is just an example. Now, I was talking to the DWP about this specific car. I couldn't tell. Had it been in an accident previous to the water damage?
Right.
And a DWP worker told me they did not think so. They think it just caught up in the torrential water, and that water that was just coming. He said basically it was a large rain gutter. We're talking about Palm, just south of Sunset here. And they believe this car got caught. There is serious damage underneath in the undercarriage of this Honda. And of course, we saw the mud and the water inside the car. So we believe this is just one of many cars that got caught up. Remember, DWP has not gotten all those claims in. They said they're going door to door. They're going to continue door knocking today. But if you're in the area, you're going to have to walk in because the streets are closed. You're welcome to come here. They're going to be here all day long with information on how you can file a claim. The DWP assuring me they're here to help people. He said they have to document everything, because obviously the money comes from ratepayers, so they have to be very meticulous about documentation, about any money that they pay out. They told me they were already at a Mediterranean restaurant. They're working with that owner. They're basically going to look at the books and see what that owner would have made in X amount of days that he's been forced to close his doors.
Wow.
And then they're going to work on reimbursing them for that economic loss.
Wow.
This is gonna cost a fortune.
Yeah, and again, it's just not going to be easy for these business owners or people to try to recoup. You know, it could take some time. Put it that way.
Gigi, thank you. Turning now to this, historic FIFA World Cup coming to a close this weekend with the final match on Sunday.
Yeah, there's so many storylines, the players that many of us fell in love with, the emotions that we felt along the way. Sandra is here breaking down what we can expect as we look towards Sunday.
Quite a roller coaster, right? 39 days in total. This is a historic World Cup that we've been witnessing, and it all started June 11th. That's when there was the first kickoff. 3 host countries, Canada, Mexico, and the United States, with LA being one of the settings of the global stage for the most popular sport in the world. This was an expanded World Cup for the first time ever. We saw more countries participate, more matches played than ever before, and it'll all come down to this weekend with Spain facing returning champs Argentina in the final. Now, Spain comes into the final with a lot of promise here, deep talent and a core identity. They are committed to a style of play that's been really hard to beat, with a rock-solid defense, only giving up 1 goal the entire tournament, and a young sensation in 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, considered the next greatest of all time. But his team will be facing a tried-and-true squad who knows how to win, with Lionel Messi leading the way as truly the best player in the world right now. The 2 stars will be facing each other for the first time ever on the pitch on an international stage. So this World Cup is making history, breaking records in another way as well. When it comes to ticket prices for this final matchup, this will be the most expensive sporting event on record here in America. So according to TickPick, the average price for a ticket to the final at New York, New Jersey Stadium is $11,000. $327. That's average.
Oh my
That's more
gosh.
than the Super Bowl, which averaged $9,400 a ticket when the 49ers faced Kansas City. And for this year's NBA Finals, which we just had, right? New York Knicks facing San Antonio Spurs, the average ticket price there was $6,300. So closer to the sideline, I just checked on StubHub. Tickets were nearly $28,000 for
That's a car.
seat.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know who's going. I don't know who's paying that.
It's
go to a
just-
watch party
It's just
instead.
when corporate dollars get involved, right?
I think that's exactly
or
what's
just
happening.
your
Yeah.
credit card, Bobby,
Right.
because you'll just
Yeah,
tap.
okay. Yeah, okay.
But it's true, we're going to be seeing this during the Olympics too, right?
Oh gosh,
A
I
lot of
hope
these
not.
corporations will just take over big chunks of these seats.
You hope to make sports like this, especially something historic, more accessible to people.
Especially if you want to grow the game, right? And then inspire these younger generations to play soccer and grow the game, especially here in the United States.
You say that, and then you look at Dodger tickets, and they get more and more expensive, and
People are still paying.
People are still paying. So, what's the ceiling there?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
we'll watch it from home
hey, if you
anyway.
want to watch it for free,
Yeah, that's right.
turn us on.
All right, let's get to Stu with the check of traffic. Stu, are you going to be watching?
You know what? I'm going to get the cheap seats. That's my couch, and definitely be watching on the big screen. Let's take some traffic time for just a moment here. Skybox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Made our way back to the valley. Thank goodness for that. Take a look at the ride on that 101 Friday Light. I'm going to call it Friday Light-esque, that's for sure. It is definitely moving. Not as good as it could, but we've seen it a parking lot just in the days in the past. Right now, though, the 101 north and southbound from the West Valley out to the 405. If you're headed southbound, yeah, you're hitting the brakes right before the 405. After that, it does open up. If you're headed the other direction out to Calabasas, give yourself a little extra time. Traffic hotspots, we got them. We love to share them.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
address, President Trump called out what he claims are vulnerabilities in our voting system. While discussing the release of classified intelligence, the president claimed China helped rig the 2020 elections by stealing the voter data of 220 million Americans.
The People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history. China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden.
President Trump did not present evidence that China changed votes or altered the results. He accused U.S. intelligence officials of hiding the information for years. Meantime, a 2021 intelligence assessment found no foreign actor changed registrations, ballots, or vote counts. Democrats say the president is simply revisiting debunked claims about election fraud. Trump is now urging Congress to pass the Save America Act before November's midterms. It would ban most mail-in voting and require proof of citizenship and a photo ID. That bill remains stalled in the Senate.
Turning now to the source of that nationwide cyclosporiasis outbreak may have been found.
Investigators are taking a closer look at lettuce sold at Taco Bell locations.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you know what's interesting here, because we hear Taco Bell and you're like, what? But the focus here is not necessarily on Taco Bell. Their lettuce supplier is where all the light is shining right now. Now, a California company is at the center of a nationwide health scare. The New York Times reports federal officials say they worked with Michigan investigators to trace the outbreak, and they honed in on iceberg lettuce from Salinas-based company Taylor Farms. Now, according to their reporting, this info comes from two federal sources who declined to be named. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention posted a notice last night saying this lettuce was served at Taco Bell locations in 5 states: Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia. It may have gone to other vendors as well, so keep that in mind. Let's take a quick look at some common symptoms, though, for cyclospora. Okay, symptoms include watery diarrhea, loss of appetite, weight loss, cramping, bloating, increased gas, nausea, and fatigue. This could last weeks, days. It could last multiple weeks. Okay, a long time to have really bad diarrhea or nausea. The CDC did not name Taylor Farms in its notice, only saying the lettuce was from a single supplier and grown in Mexico. Now, we're told Taco Bell is working to stop using this lettuce, and you should not eat it from locations in those states. By the way, if you think you have these symptoms, the CDC says routine tests don't always screen for cyclospora, so you actually have to specifically request testing for it.
This is like a popular lettuce supplier. I actually recognize
incredibly,
the brand.
It is. It's a big company.
Been in some trouble before. Been in
lawsuits,
some controversy,
right?
Yeah, and lawsuits before. There's been a lot of jokes about this, the diarrhea parasite out. But, when you think about having this sort of issue for this long, you're well beyond losing a couple pounds. Like, we're talking about intestinal damage, damage to other parts. This is bad.
Dehydration,
exactly.
Can impact
you don't want to
your
have
organs.
this.
Yeah.
So be careful.
It's a problem.
We're getting so much different information from experts, right? Depending on who you talk to, they say scrub it down. Some say don't eat it. I think people have to do what they feel is best for them, but make sure you got to talk to your parents. You got to
until this is over,
please.
right?
Yeah, it's just be as careful as you feel like you need to be. I'm being extremely careful.
You're saying stop with the diarrhea jokes.
No, I like them. But I'm just saying, I think you should take this seriously. Don't let the joking confuse you into this being something that you don't have to take seriously.
Yeah, you can't relax.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Everything is a laugh with you. You know I'm weak.
Still ahead, Coco checking out opening day at the fair.
Well, you don't have to worry about eating lettuce here at the OC Fair, okay? We're talking about all types of good fried foods, all types of great food, but also great prizes and games. We'll tell you all about what it has to offer coming up. It's opening day.
bringing SoCal together. Connected by the Cup, brought to you locally by Spectrum.
After weeks of around-the-clock soccer, the FIFA World Cup crowns a new champion on Sunday, and you can catch the match right here on Fox. But where will you be watching? Because if you didn't have a chance to check out the city's fan zones, well, this weekend is your last shot. The fan zones have been packed with families, high energy, a real sense of community. There's been live entertainment, food, and of course, soccer.
I didn't expect it to be like this. I thought it was going to be like indoor, kind of like, you know, not the custom, but something in that like nature. But it's great being outdoors.
We're very excited to see what Fan Zone has to have for us.
Yeah.
As you can see, the atmosphere is crazy. You know, everybody enjoying it, everybody coming out, you know, everyone uniting as one, you know, enjoying it.
Coming together, that's what it's all about. This weekend's Fan Zone, the final Fan Zone, is happening in downtown Burbank. This all starts tomorrow at noon and goes through Sunday's match between Argentina and Spain. You'll be able to watch the matches on massive screens, and you'll need a ticket to get in, but there will also be a street fair and fun activations that are totally free. So you've got tons of options here. Whatever you decide to watch and wherever you decide to watch, we hope you enjoy the games. This story was presented locally by Spectrum Fiber-powered internet.
Brought to you locally by Spectrum. Streaming apps included at no extra cost with live TV and reliable internet.
You know what? I think I need a little.
You have a very sensitive nose.
I do have a very sensitive nose. Yeah, trust and believe.
That little nose? That's
Yeah, it's tiny, but it's mighty. And it's real, by the way. Everybody's been asking me, like, did you get a nose job? I never got a nose job. If I were to get a nose job, it would be to make it bigger.
Excuse me, why aren't people asking me if I've gotten a nose job? Now I'm offended.
Because I'll tell you what, I got to use Breathe Right strips at night to open up the nasal passages.
I at one point thought I might get a nose job. I'm not even kidding.
Bob,
Yeah,
let
but
me
then-
just.
but
You have
then-
the
Put it in
cutest little
park.
button nose. Why would you?
That's
You
a long
have the
time ago.
cutest little
It
nose.
was a long time ago. It was like this. This is how
Look
it
at
would
the
look.
bridge is like nice and straight. Turn to the side. Whoa, that's alarming. I don't want to see that ever again.
A great nose.
Turn to the side, though. You have a
Oh
good
my
profile.
gosh, get out of here.
Yeah.
I thought I'd get like a,
A what?
bigger bridge.
It's like a ski slope. It's perfectly even.
Somebody
I've never had
in
anything done
college
either.
came up to me and said, "You have an ethnic nose," and I go, "Yeah, 'cause I'm ethnic."
You know what? Who are these barbarians?
Because I'm ethnic. You know what? You know what made me say I'm never gonna? Well, never say
People
never.
are
But you know what
idiots.
made me say I'm not gonna do it? Because I read a quote that says, "Your face is the canvas of generations that have fallen in love."
Ooh. I
Your
love
face
that.
is the canvas of the love stories of your ancestors.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
you know what? After hearing that, I'll take my little bumpity boop.
Your
You don't
face,
need- you
I
don't
wouldn't
need
change a darn
anything.
thing about that
Yeah,
face.
come on.
Not a darn thing.
Very, very
Yeah.
sweet.
Just
Look at us,
beautiful.
just fishing for it.
Magnificent.
I love it today.
As are you, Samana.
Oh, well,
Good
you
morning.
have a button
But we
nose,
have
too.
important things to talk about because there's this major earthquake, right, that just happened near Mexico.
That's right. And we are just getting word of the magnitude. It was a range of 7.3, 7.4. A powerful earthquake just hit an area near Puerto Madero, Mexico. You can see the highlighted areas, and there have been aftershocks following that 7.3, and the magnitude of the aftershocks is right around the 4 range. So we're keeping a very close eye on this earthquake, and a reminder, drop cover and hold on if you're experiencing any rattling. But again, this now just coming in, and also getting word that the shake has been felt all the way to San Salvador as well. So again, this coming in, 7.3 earthquake, pretty powerful again in the Mexico area. We'll continue to keep tabs on that. And weather conditions back here at home, we have temperatures 70s currently, very nice, very comfortable out. 71 degrees in Corona, 73 in Ontario. A lot of sunshine on the way. There's some good news. We have been dealing with the extreme heat. Some news here. The good news is the fact that we're going to experience less heat. The extreme heat warnings and heat advisories have lifted, and afternoon highs as we push into your lunch hour, mid 80s and 90s, and temperatures are going to stay this way through the weekend. So it's going to be a nice little break between the extreme heat, because we are anticipating temperatures to skyrocket once again next week. Our mountain community, still a hint of humidity and some monsoon influence, so there may be an off chance of a shower, but overall temperatures in Big Bear will be about 80 degrees. 97, it'll be hot for the high deserts, and if you're heading outbound towards Vegas, more thunderstorms could be happening there. Low deserts, Palm Springs, 107 degrees, hot and humid with even a slight chance of showers there as well. More details on the 7-day forecast coming up. Back to you, too.
All right, Samana. Thank you. Okay, listen. We're going to talk turkey now. Smoke them if you got them. Show up your phones right now. Your phone backgrounds. No, your phone backgrounds.
Background?
I think that's what they're talking about. Are they talking about that, this next story? We're going to find out. Okay, look. So Amanda's got Jan.
My dog. That's my dog.
That's her dog. I've got, E-Bear, my son. What do you got?
You
You're
win.
s- oh,
You win. You win.
That's very cute. Very cute.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that, your phone background offers a vital look into your personality. So this new Talker research survey finds 14% of respondents admit they judge people by their cell phone backgrounds. 33% of Gen Zers admit it. 17% of millennials agree. The top phone backgrounds are photos of family members and children, nature or landscapes, or a personal memory. And you might be surprised to hear pet photos are more popular phone backgrounds than snapshots of partners and spouses.
Okay, let's raise it up a notch.
Yeah.
What photo shows up when your partner calls you?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I don't think
How do we-
have
how do we-
photos.
What do you mean?
How do I get this? How do I get this without showing my
Oh,
partner's
he's calling me.
phone number?
He's calling me. Hold on. Could I? Hi, honey. Honey, you're on speakerphone.
Is he really?
Is he really?
Hi, you're on speakerphone.
But you're also on live television.
You're also on live television. It's our wedding photo that pops up, see?
Oh, very, very cute.
Randy.
Look at this. Hey, buddy.
What an attractive couple.
We love that you know Chargers and you have a good Charger collection.
They tie the whole look together, you know?
You really do? Wow. Wow.
What a guy. They tie the whole look together.
Randy.
All right, we're going to go talk more about Chargers now. I love you.
That's
Have
hilarious.
a good show.
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
It's like it really ties the whole thing
It
together.
really ties the whole thing together. He's really
Just like a nice Midwestern man.
I know.
He's like a Renaissance guy. He's
He really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he can fix things
Yeah.
and he's, you know.
He's like, no, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, he's a DIY.
Don't you pay anyone to do what I can do for you.
Right. He's
Yeah.
a DIY guy. All right. Well, special cameo thanks to my husband for joining us this morning. Let's jump on into entertainment, sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So the Chargers have inspired the poll question this morning, which was also inspired by Matt Damon saying that family dinners are non-negotiable. So let's go to our poll question. Is the family dinner a thing of the past? I told you at home, my husband likes to sit at the table
That's right.
and talk about our day. And it looks like 49% agree with
Good.
Mr. Amanda.
Yeah, there we are.
They say it's still going.
It's very important. The real poll question should have been, do you know what a Charger is?
And Jen, you know what? I got you for that.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to our Juanita in Whittier says, we eat dinner together every night in front of the TV. Never heard of the Charger. I know it as a warming
Thank you, Juanita.
All right,
Thank you.
Juanita.
And you know what? They are prettier in Whittier.
They are prettier in Whittier, yeah. Sarah in Bend, Oregon said, I used to loathe family dinners growing up because 100% of the time I was in trouble for something. But as an adult, it's something I absolutely value. And yes, we use Chargers. Gold for special occasions. That's what we have,
incredible.
Sarah. Historically, Chargers were initially used to save expensive wooden tables from heat, continual heat damage. Hot plates create steam circles, which Chargers or under plates eliminate.
Thank you,
wow.
Sarah, for the
Love
education.
it. Tara in Beaumont, what's a Charger? Loving life. Hopes and dreams for world peace. Family dinners are a long-time tradition passed down from my mom. Even with only one kid left at home, I still try to make family dinners a must.
Good for you, Tara.
Oh, she added the highs and lows to your day. I love that.
I love that.
The high of my day and the
Well, what's
low.
your rose? What's your thorn?
Your peak, your valley.
Yes.
I love that.
Man,
It's a good
people had a lot
idea.
to say today.
Yeah, we got a lot of good comments in our poll.
I'm just happy that I'm not alone and not knowing what a Charger is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
There you go. Go to foxla.com/vote. Leave us a comment. Send us a picture of your Charger. It's Furry Friday. Let's hit the Furry Friday meowsy. Oh, but you know what? It is TGIFF. Thank goodness it's Furry Friday. Good day, LA. DJ's hitting the meowsic. We've got Clyde here who's up for adoption. We're going to get to Clyde. But first, hi, baby boy. Just a good boy. But first, we're going to show our viewers pets. Let's hit it. In Victorville, we've got Poncho and Mikey. And this is a turtle, guys. One's furry, one's not. But we're saying, let's celebrate, shall we? Next. Gucci Man, Gucci Man, Gucci Man. Oh, no, we got Bear. Gucci's not next. Bear in Fontana. He's here. He's Bear. He's everywhere. Now we've got Gucci. Where my Gucci gang at?
Oh, my God.
Gucci in Palmdale. If this dog's name wasn't Gucci, it would be a mistake, right? Gucci is saying, hey, you know what? It's Friday. It's all Gucci. Next. We've got Casper in Sherman Oaks, and I'll give you one guess who Casper's rooting for in the World Cup.
Argentina.
Argentina, yes. And next, you know the Odyssey is in theaters this weekend. Zeus in Agora Hills wants you to know he too likes the Odyssey. If you want your fur baby featured right here on Furry Friday, just email furryfriday@fox.com. Send me a pic with their name, your name, and the city you live in for a shout out. Okay, now I told you the time has come. We've got Clyde here joining us in studio. Clyde is a good boy. He was found as a stray. He knows basic commands. He can sit for a treat, right? Show everybody how good you are. Show everybody what a good boy you are. Can you sit? Can you sit? Oh, good boy. And what breed do we think Clyde is?
So we have Clyde as an Australian Shepherd. We have him about 4 years old.
Okay. And he's good on the leash.
He's good on the leash.
We think he's potty trained because you said when you took him out of his kennel, he went right to the outside to go
do his business.
Correct, yes.
And look at what a beaut he
smiling.
is, huh? What home do you think would be great for Clyde?
So he can definitely do good in an active family. He loves water. He loves playing in the water in our play area.
Love water?
Anybody with a pool, or if they live close to a lake, anything like that, then he'll have a great time.
He's a good boy. He's people-friendly. He's paired up with a small dog.
He does have a kennel mate that's a little bit smaller than him. But he also has been in our play area with our bigger play groups with dogs his size, and he does great with them as well.
Let's see him on the leash, because I want to tell everybody how you're waiving adoption fees right now at the San Bernardino County Animal Shelter, right?
Yes.
At the DeVore Animal Shelter, too?
So, yes, all dogs and cat adoptions right now are free of charge.
Free. Because up until you get to $30,000.
Correct, yes. So once we have a budget that was given to us, a grant, so once that is all spent out, then we still have low-cost adoptions. So even when that's done,
a good boy.
it still won't be too much to get a dog or a cat for your family.
Look at what a love bug this guy is. If you want to adopt him, you can visit animalcare.sbcounty.gov to check out all the adoptable pets. Oh, there's a Big Bear Lake, the DeVore Animal Shelter. You guys are open daily at 10 a.m. And I love that right now, if money was a concern with adopting a pet, you're waiving those adoption fees.
Yep.
Until June of 2027. Wow. So almost a year.
Almost, yeah, just about.
Clyde, let's show everybody one more time what a good boy you are. What a good boy. Can you sit?
Hey, Clyde.
Can you sit? Can you sit? Good boy.
It's a good boy.
Can you do the paw?
Your paw?
Paw? Oh! Let's give Clyde a forever home, shall we? And Clyde does know what a charger is. He's sophisticated.
I'm sure he does.
Yes,
He's
he's
got a discerning palate.
And he loves family dinners. He said, thank you so much for all the work you do.
Sweethearts. I'm going to come over and say hi after this.
Yes, okay, I'll send it over to you guys.
Okay. Hey, the OC Fair opens its gates in just a few hours. Rides, games, exclusive food returning to Costa Mesa for the next month.
All right, Coco is live there in Costa Mesa with a preview. Uh-oh, are you going to get on this ride?
You guys know me by now. You guys know I do not do rides. There is no way I'm getting on this ride behind me. I come for the food, okay? That's why I come to the fairs. The OC Fair is so much fun because of the food and the rides, of course, and the prizes. I'm here with Skylar now from 10-pound buns. This is really cool. Tell us about this.
Delicious stuff. So we bake fresh sourdough. We slice it for you. You can take a whole loaf home if you want, you know, make your own sandwiches, make your own creations at home. But normally here what we do is, you know, we take a slice, we'll turn it into this, we put cheese, butter, and garlic on it, and then that's exactly what this one is, cheese, butter, and garlic. This is our brand new one this year. This is the French onion bun, so that's an excellent one. This is our bacon Nutella. Okay. So a lot of people that come and they like the sweet and salty, want to eat something a little different, they'll go with that one. This is a meat lover, you know, pretty basic meat lover.
Yeah.
Over here, we actually have a vegan avocado toast. This is our OC avocado toast because it comes with onion and tomato. So that one's perfect for anyone who's not into all the meats and the cheese and, you know. Last year we started doing in our own signature bread bowl, we have clam chowder. So you can get some clam chowder when you're here. And we also have a delicious baked Italian grinder that has capicola and salami, cheese. It's got what I call a grinder salad with mayo and peppers and onions. It's great.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Everything looks incredible. I love that you have something for everyone, too. Okay, and we were talking about how baking sourdough bread is not easy, but you've perfected it here.
We've tried, yes, yeah. We hope so. Otherwise, we're not doing our job. So, yeah. It's very time consuming. So,
yes. Well, you can tell that, I mean, it's turned out fantastic, and you love what you do. Tell us about what you love about the OC Fair.
OC Fair is very compact. It's not spread out everywhere. So if you're somebody who has trouble with walking, who, you know, maybe you're a little older, you don't want to walk everywhere, you can come here and literally see everything without walking too far. So it's perfect for you if that's what you got.
Yeah. And you were telling me you've been doing this for about 20 years, but you come from a fair family.
I do, yeah. My family's been doing fairs. We've been in the LA County Fair since 1922 with ice cream. So yeah, we do the breads there. Yeah. So yes, I'm old fair family for sure.
Well, we love that, and we know people can find you here at the OC Fair. Thank you so much, Skylar, for talking to us.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing all this wonderful bread with us. Who doesn't love some starch, right? Especially if you're going to the OC Fair. Skylar, you said no calories here, right?
No, calories don't count. You're going to walk them all off. I guarantee it. Exactly. I guarantee it.
And you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be delicious. So, OC Fair opens today. It's the opening day. It's going to run until August 16th, and it runs Wednesdays through Sundays. I'll send it back to you.
Ooh, which one looks good to you, Coco? What's
I mean,
good
all
to
of
you?
them do. Okay, I'm going to try this one, though.
Okay.
Because he said butter and garlic and cheese, I'm like, I got to do it, you know? It's like so good. Oh my gosh, so good, too. The bread is really good.
We're doing our job.
Awesome. Thank you, Coco.
It's really good.
Thank you. It looks
One more
amazing.
shout out right now for Clyde.
This is a handsome dog.
Yeah.
So handsome.
Hi.
You like the butt scratchies, don't you?
He's got the eyes.
Yeah, you
the
do.
He
eyes.
doesn't have a home right now. He's in a
got the
kennel.
eyes.
You have room in your home, in your heart. About 4 years old, Clyde.
Yes.
Gets along with other dogs.
Smells my dog.
Yeah. Does he
smell my
use
dog?
Smells your
salon
breath.
grade shampoo?
Right? Yeah.
Look, he's such a sweet boy. He gets along with children.
We don't know if he gets along with children. I wouldn't be surprised though. I mean, he hasn't been having problems with any dog or any of the staff. So
Yeah.
I bet everyone's in love with him.
he gets a lot of
And
attention.
this type of a breed, the Australian Shepherd, right?
Correct.
Is a pretty intelligent breed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Face the camera.
Hey, can you show everyone one more time what a good boy you are, and can you sit? Can you sit?
I love his markings.
He sits.
Sit?
Yeah, good boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
Give me your paw.
Good job.
Paw.
He's so smart.
He's like,
So smart.
All right. Over to you, Samada.
Gosh, he's so cute.
I know.
And he's famous now. He's with you guys.
He's Clyde, the Good Day LA dog.
Yes, Clyde, the Good Day LA dog. We've got some traffic issues, unfortunately. Good Day LA traffic brought to you by the offices of Jacob and Ronnie. Call jacob.com. We're going to send you out to Riverside. Vehicle collision here has both sides of the freeway slow. This is going to be the eastbound 91 at Tyler Street. That's where the collision occurred. And we're looking at speeds down at 19 miles an hour. They are working, of course, to clear that out of the roadway. And a reminder, stay out of the West Hollywood area. A lot of road work being done due to yesterday's water main break. Sunset and Holloway Drive being impacted. Sunset as well as Santa Monica Boulevard closed, as well as Larrabee. So again, avoid the area as best you can. Meanwhile, some alternate routes. Melrose doing pretty good. Beverly, 3rd Street and Wilshire Boulevard. Right now, Surface Street about 12 miles an hour along Melrose Avenue, so not too bad. And here's a look at some other traffic hotspots. I'm just taking a start.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
And welcome back. I'm meteorologist Samada Khan. Good Day Weather is sponsored by the offices of Larry H. Parker. And a live look right now, we do have a few clouds sticking around, but we're going to be looking at sunshine and a lot of it. But additional good news, temperatures aren't going to be as hot. The extreme heat warnings as well as heat advisories have lifted. And we're on our way to typical summer conditions for Southern California. So it's going to be beautiful. But before I get into more local weather, we do have some breaking news, something that we brought to you not too long ago. We have a pretty powerful earthquake that took place near Puerto Madero, Mexico, with a magnitude of 7.3. We're also getting reports of additional aftershocks in that region, and the shake and rattles have been felt all the way into Guatemala as well as San Salvador, and this took place again about a depth of 9 miles. Some news coming in, no current immediate reports of any casualties or any major damage, but of course this is something that we are closely watching. Again, a 7.3 magnitude earthquake with multiple reports of aftershocks, about right around the 4.0 range in the Mexico area. Now back here at home, weather conditions, typical summer heat, as I mentioned, some outside of the morning clouds. Sunshine extends all the way through the weekend. Daytime highs, we're going to go ahead and simmer down a bit. It will be hot, but again, a little less heat, so enjoy the nice little break while we have it, because we are anticipating temperatures to rise once again after a really nice weekend. Here's a closer look at the IE Ontario. The last couple of days have been in the triple digits, and now we're looking forward to look at 90s and then eventually back to 100 degrees by next Thursday. We could be bringing back a little hint of that monsoon moisture as well. So for Southern California today, mid-80s, just really nice conditions. The Pacific Northwest, also really nice weather. Temperature ranges of 74 to about 79 degrees into Portland. We are watching severe thunderstorms that are continuing to roll through, delivering a lot of heavy rain and the possibility of flood conditions, flood alerts for the central part of Texas, and also rounds of rain for the Tampa area, if that's where you're heading. We also are closely watching the upper Midwest and the Northeast. We have air quality concerns due to the Canadian fires extending all the way to the DC area. So much more news, weather, and traffic when we come back. Good morning, Santa Monica.
Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. on this Friday. Feels so
made
good
it.
to see that, right? Nice to have you with us. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. It was a hot one yesterday, hot one today. But we do begin with a powerful earthquake that struck Mexico this morning. We're going to have the latest on all that. And Samara has more, of course, this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Roxy, and to all our viewers. This is something that we broke just not too long ago, where a magnitude 7.3 to a 7.4 earthquake did strike Mexico in an area near Puerto Madero. We have reports coming in that there's an aftershock, a range of a 4.0 to even a 5.3 following this powerful earthquake, and the shaking has been felt as far away as San Salvador, as well as portions of Guatemala. This is something, of course, that we're going to stay on top of. Some good news so far. The preliminary reports, no reports of any severe casualties or any major damage at this hour. But again, powerful earthquake just struck Mexico at 7.3. And now weather conditions. We do have temperatures right now, comfortable. Taking a look at Woodland Hills at 76 degrees, 75 for Santa Ana. San Bernardino at 77 degrees. A little good news for our weather conditions. The extreme heat warnings as well as heat advisories have lifted. So we're back to experiencing typical summer conditions, or at least near normal, mid 80s and 90s rather than the 90s in triple digits. And if you're wanting to head over the coast, we've got 76 degrees under a lot more sunshine later today. Big Bear, 80 degrees with a slight opportunity of a sporadic shower. High Deserts at 97. And if you're heading over to Palm Springs, 107 degrees today. More details on the 7-day forecast coming up. Back to you, ladies.
All right. Thank you so much, Samara. And we'll, of course, keep everyone updated with what happens regarding that earthquake. Now to some developing news in West Hollywood, where crews are working around the clock to fix damage caused by yesterday's massive water main break, which was our top story for hours, right?
That's right, and we have team coverage this morning. Mario Ramirez was covering the story when it first broke. He joins us now with the very latest on the repairs. Mario?
Yeah, Sandra, Roxy, we've been watching the repairs or the work that's just getting underway here this morning with that massive sinkhole at Sunset and Holloway Drive. And take a look. You can now see this stretch of pipeline here that just arrived from an LADWP facility. And now that crews have pumped out nearly 200,000 gallons of water from the sinkhole, they can begin those repairs. And water was gushing for nearly 4 hours Thursday morning, leaving behind a mess. Let's show you what this looks like from Skyfox. LADWP says this is a 36-inch water trunk line that gave way early Thursday morning around 3 a.m. It wasn't until about 7 o'clock that it was stopped. About 110 years old. 1916 is when it was installed. Now, we have video from the ground as well showing you what this created. The mess here as water was gushing from the buckled pavement. It sent a river of water south down Palm Avenue, flooding the street. Several homes and vehicles, some completely submerged in underground garages. And this morning, LADWP interim manager, general manager David Hansen walked us through what caused this massive failure.
It's cast iron. You can see there was a failure of the rivets and the side peeled open, and then that's what caused the flooding. It's a 36-inch water trunk line main that feeds major distribution from one side of the city to the other. There may be some confusion on the scene when you see water coming out of the ground, but remotely on our electronic monitoring system, we have a pretty good indication that it's ours. We can see reservoir levels starting to drop, coupled with water pressure issues, so we know right away. We dispatch crews to the area, and they start finding the closest valves to the area so they can start closing them off. These valves are very large, and we can't just shut them quickly because that could cause a shock to the system and cause other damage.
It's where we can be because of the pipe.
Now, officials telling us if everything goes as planned, they hope to begin filling this hole tomorrow with temporary pavement in place here along Sunset Boulevard, reopening this stretch by the end of the weekend. Now, we can also tell you that this new section had already been fabricated, and once it left the facility here, that's when we really got in the timeline of when this could be reopened. So coming back out here live, again, this is that 25-foot stretch of pipeline that has to go underground. It'll take about 16 hours of welding, and Sunset between Larrabee and La Cienega is expected to be shut down in both directions during the repairs, and if all goes as planned, again, they hope to have it open by Monday morning. For now, that's the latest here. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, what a mess. Thank you. And the water main break in West Hollywood has shut down several businesses in the area as well.
Yeah, let's go to Gigi right now, live with more on the economic impacts and what you can do if you've been impacted by this rupture. Good morning, Gigi.
Roxanne, Sandra, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We're on Palm, just south of Sunset. Take a look at some of the damage done, which explains why so many streets are closed. We're told here that the impact of the water actually undermined underneath the sidewalk, loosened all that dirt, causing the sidewalk to collapse. That's just some of the damage. Take a look over here at this business, 8800 Sunset. This is the side entrance on Palm. They're busy cleaning up. They continue to pump water. They have been pumping water out of the third store, well, not 30, it's below ground, 3 stories below ground of the parking structure. They've been pumping water since yesterday, and they're barely making a dent. That's how much water is inside. Now, if you've been impacted in any way, if your car's been damaged, your home, your business, DWP says you should contact your insurance company and file a claim with them immediately. We spoke to Joe Ramallo with the DWP about the process this morning.
Not a flood insurance issue. This is our incident, our issue. That insurance company is going to ultimately submit a bill to us to be able to pay what's determined to be appropriate for repairs and making that customer whole and returning their property the way that it was before.
Should people feel confident that you guys are here to help them now?
We want everybody to feel confident that we're here to help. We've got staff out here. They'll be from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. We'll be out here as long as we need to make sure that people are taken care of. For anybody here as well who's had a power outage, if they've had food spoilage, we're going to take care of that as well. They just need to go to submit a claim form either here in person at 1010 Palm with our staff. Also, they're going to be walking through the neighborhood again today checking on people. Or they can go online at ladwp.com/claims to get the information and fill out that claims form, and we'll be in touch with them.
And Joe, I don't know if you can answer this question, but if you look over there, you see a lot of city damage to the sidewalks and stuff. How does that work? Does the city actually end up submitting a claim to you, or?
Yes, we expect that from the city of West Hollywood. The damage that was caused by this water main break was not their doing. It was our utilities infrastructure. So we'll be working with West Hollywood on that. Also for businesses in the area, we understand this has been a significant disruption to them along Sunset in this relatively small stretch, but it's a big impact on the business. So we'll work with them for business interruption. Many of them we know it will have a significant impact. I actually had one of my claims agent yesterday go over to Pi, the Mediterranean restaurant, and meet with the owner yesterday to talk to him about the claims process, let him know we're here and we want to help.
And bringing it back here live, you are looking live at the cleanup underway here on Palm, just off of Sunset, because of that water main break. And you heard Joe Ramallo there with the Department of Water and Power. They have set up this kiosk here on Palm, and this is where folks are able to get information on how to file a claim, what they need to do. As of this morning, the DWP tells me they've already identified 80 damaged cars by water, and they've spoken to over 250 people that are possibly going to be filing claims. They also sent in work crews to about 18 different homes or apartments to help with the removal of water. I'm going to ask photographer Carlos Jacinto to come over here with me. You see Service Master. This is just one of many companies that are now in the area. They specialize in water restoration, water removal, odor removal, dehumidifying. It is such a long process. If you've ever had water damage, you know how complicated it can be. You see 3 of their trucks here. They are throughout the neighborhood, as are other companies. Already businesses starting the arduous task of cleanup. Again, you can come here to Palm, 1010 Palm. They will be here till 7 o'clock tonight. You can also file a claim online at ladwp.com/claims. We'll have that address on our website, foxla.com. Reporting live in West Hollywood, I'm Gigi Graciette. I'll send it back to you.
I was expecting to see more people out there, crowds, you know, making sure that their claims are filed. Rather, there were only 2 people there at that center.
I'm sure more will come. They're probably just dealing with so much, right?
Or just online stuff.
Yeah.
And, it's hot too.
It's hot.
Yeah, there's that.
Really
yeah.
hot, yeah.
All right, on to this. The source of the nationwide cyclosporiasis outbreak may have been found.
Okay, dramatic increase in the number of reported cases. Everyone is super concerned about this.
And
I
they
know
should be.
People are avoiding salads at all costs,
I
right?
mean, it depends on the risk level that you're comfortable with. I'm not really comfortable at all.
Right.
This is bothering me. And listen to this. Michigan health officials reported 5,002 cases of cyclosporiasis this morning, according to a new Reuters report. That's up 650 from just yesterday. This comes as reports that a California company is at the center of a nationwide health scare. This nationwide health scare, I mean. The New York Times reports federal officials say they worked with Michigan investigators to try and trace this outbreak, and they honed in on iceberg lettuce from Salinas-based company Taylor Farms. According to their reporting, this info comes from 2 federal sources who declined to be named. Now, the CDC posted a notice last night saying the lettuce was served at Taco Bell locations in 5 states. I'll give them to you: Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia. It may have gone to other vendors as well. So I want to remind you of some common symptoms for Cyclospora, okay? Watery diarrhea, loss of appetite, weight loss, cramping, bloating, increased gas, nausea, and fatigue. And here's the thing, y'all. This can last for a couple days into a few weeks. And so, you know, I know there's been like a lot of joking about having diarrhea, being sick, losing weight, a cleanse. But no, we're talking about like possible intestinal damage, being this type of sick for multiple weeks. I thought this was interesting. I was looking at that notice the CDC put out last night, and they actually did not name Taylor Farms in the notice, only saying the lettuce was from a single supplier and it was grown in Mexico. We're told Taco Bell is working to stop using this lettuce, and you should not eat it from locations in those states. By the way, if you think you have any of those really nasty symptoms, the CDC says routine tests don't always screen for Cyclospora. So they want you to make sure to specifically request testing for it. If you go to the ER because you are just bent over, out of shape, you are in, you know, you're in bad shape, you think you might have this.
Sure.
I have seen so many people, of course, on social media posting videos, just making a joke of it all.
Yeah.
Like grabbing lettuce, like, oh, you know, like here's a way I can lose some pounds, but it is quite serious. Also, to cure it, I believe you need antibiotics, right?
Antibiotics, yeah, depending on how severe it is. A lot of people are taken to the hospital because of this. And it's one of those things, because I've seen some of the joking, and I got to tell you, you know, as a newsie, any sort of awareness works for me, because I've also seen many comments from people saying their mom or their grandma brought home bagged lettuce and had no idea. First of all, tell your people to watch the news.
Right.
How many times do I have to say that?
Restaurants. I went out to eat recently this week, and I asked specifically about the lettuce, and the waitress looked at me like she had no idea what I was talking about.
She had no idea. I know, and it's just one of those things where, you know, I don't think all experts are saying don't buy this, don't eat this, but you need to be aware.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, what I care about.
And quadruple wash your vegetables. All right, Brooke, thank you. Let's send things over to Samara with traffic.
And good morning. Good Daily Traffic brought to you by the DTLA Law Group, Accident and Injury Attorneys. We do have this collision to bring your attention. Get word of 2 vehicles as well as 2 additional big rigs that collided here on the northbound side of the 110 at Torrance Boulevard in the Torrance area. And we're already picking up those heavy delays. Emergency crews, of course, are rushing to the scene. But if this is part of your route, you want to make sure you plan accordingly. And a reminder to avoid the West Hollywood area as repair work continues due to yesterday's major water main break, and Sunset as well as Santa Monica Boulevard and Larrabee Drive continue to be shut down. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
to Good Day LA. It's what I like to call Film Friday, and entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. If your social life has been stuck in the end credits, if you want to see a movie but you're not ready to go see one by yourself, the B-List Movie Club might be your perfect plot twist.
Come along with me to meet everyone for our second movie meetup today at the Grove. Let's go see who's there.
Look at all our friends here to see Toy Story 5.
Minions! Tonight, we go to the movies!
What started out as a nice guy just posting a TikTok asking social media strangers, hey, who wants to see a movie with me? It has now exploded into a community of thousands of people gathering at theaters across the West Coast. The goal? Simple. Make new friends, support movie theaters, and turn watching a film into a shared experience. And joining us this morning, B-List Movie Club founder Brett Gaffney.
Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah!
Real life.
Real life.
Here you are in
This
real
is
life.
TikTok friends in real life.
TikTok friends that have turned real life. I love what you did. First of all, I have gone to see a movie by myself, but I will say it is so much more fun to see it with a friend or a group of 60 of your closest strangers.
Maybe 120.
Wow. Tell me about, first I want you to tell me how this all started, and then tell me how it's grown today.
Yeah, so I'm an actor, and I was getting off set one day from a commercial at Disneyland. And when I was done, I was like, hey guys, I got a free night. Anyone want to go see Obsession? I can't see a horror movie by myself.
Totally understand.
And I reached out to all my friends, and everybody said no. And I was like, well, now what am I gonna do? And so that Thursday night rolls around, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a TikTok. And I look at my phone, I say, who wants to go to the movies? And a few people comment. Jenna, the VP of the movie club, commented, and she was like, I'll go. And then like 10 other people commented. And so I made a server for people to come. And within the first day, we got 100 people.
Wow.
Within the second day, we got 300 people.
Wow.
On the third day, we got 600 people. We hadn't even gone to see the movie yet. And so I'm like, all right, guys, we need to go and see a movie. So we go to Obsession, and we see Obsession at the Grove.
And how many people then?
60 people for the first meetup.
60.
60.
Wow, so good.
Strangers, people I did not know. We met up at Cheesecake Factory before.
Yeah.
We were like, Cheesecake Factory was not prepared for us at all, because I went up to the waiter and I was like, hey, so if me and a few friends are gonna have some drinks before the movie, they're like, how many? I was like, I don't know. And then within like 10 minutes, it was 50 people at the bar. And they were like, you said like a few friends. I'm like, yeah, a few friends.
Yeah, a few of my closest social media friends. And now it has grown to what number?
Right now, we're at almost 3,600 in LA, but we've also expanded to Portland, San Francisco, and the Bay Area.
I like to say I have an eye for talent. I discovered you young, in your infancy of this group.
Yep.
I knew it was going to become a big thing. And I'll tell you one thing I really like about your club. You have women, men, all ages, all backgrounds. You have moms that maybe have drop the kids off and they want to see a movie. You have a guy who maybe moved here and he works and he doesn't have a lot of friends. He's new to town and he wants to come and meet you and go see a movie. Tell me about one or two members that truly was a heartfelt story.
Yeah, it was the first meetup, and he's my friend now. I didn't know him before this. His name is JCL, and he came up to me and he thanked me. He said, I just moved back to town. I don't have any friends out here, and this is a really great way to meet people. I'm so happy you did this. I love going to the movie theaters, and it's so hard to find people to see every movie that I want to see, because we all have different tastes and different opinions. And he goes, but you just made it so easy. You told us when to show up. You gave us time to talk before and after. And he just said, thank you.
It's a community.
It is a
you
community.
have opened it up to anyone who is a movie lover, who has a couple hours free, who wants to see a movie.
Yeah, and I've met so many people through this. It's such an easy way to just make new friends.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been grateful. Like, if you're new to the city, or if you're introverted, or if you're extroverted and want to be around a big group of people, it's such a easy way to break down the social barrier.
And Hollywood loves you, because the studios have taken notice to you, because you are doing something that they find very valuable. You are putting butts in seats.
I've been watching movies since I was a kid. The movie theater experience is
timeless.
There's two of my favorite things, people and movies.
Right.
If I can bring those two things together, I'm living a happy life.
Well said.
And I've been going to the movies since I was a kid with my dad.
I love it.
Those memories have been something that started my whole love to even move here. I'm from Kansas City.
I love this. I got ideas. I feel like I'm an unofficial ambassador.
Yeah.
I have some ideas, and I told my friend who's single.
Oh.
She loves going to the movies, and I'm looking at your picture, and I'm seeing some attractive people in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, we get all kinds of people.
Has there been a love match with anyone yet?
We haven't set up a love match, but we do have a romantic movie coming up. We're watching The Notebook at the Rooftop Cinema Club on Monday in downtown. We're partnering with Happening and DTLA to get this activated because we want more people in the city to know about us and join the community. So if you're looking for like a romantic kind of meetup, this would be the one.
This would be the one. If people are watching, I asked you the $200 million question. Are you guys getting a group together to see The Odyssey?
It's with The Odyssey. I would love to get a group together, but do you know how hard it is to get tickets? When those tickets went live, it was like waiting for a Taylor Swift concert. It was lines out the door.
Yeah.
Everyone was waiting on the AMC app, just scrolling, waiting for it to reload. Thankfully, I got my tickets a year ago. I'm going on Sunday. TCL Chinese Theater, 70mm IMAX. That's the right way to do it.
It's the right way.
Nolan is the best, so you gotta go see it in the best format.
I can't wait to hear what you think about it, and we want to invite everyone one more time. Where can they find you and sign up?
You can find us at the blistmovieclub.com. It's blistmovieclub.com, simple as that. Or you can find us on social media. You can search up the same name.
Yeah.
You can also go to my personal profile. It's just Brett.Gaffney.
I love it.
And that's the easiest way.
Okay, well, the next meetup, downtown LA, like he said, it's The Notebook. But I also want to say this because I'm going to help you manifest. One day, you're going to get a group together and see you in a movie.
We already are.
What? Wait a minute. Okay, that's your next visit. Your next visit.
And welcome back. I'm meteorologist Samada Khan. Good Delay Weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. And what a lovely live look right now outside Santa Monica. And that's going to be the theme. We're looking at getting back to summer. A lot of people are going to be heading out to the beach. But here's the good news. It's not going to be as hot as it has been. The extreme heat warnings and heat advisories have lifted. So we're on our way to, instead of 90s and triple digits, to mostly 80s and 90s. And our beach communities will be looking at very comfortable in the 70s, but enjoy the brief break because temperatures are expected to rise once again. And speaking of the beach, look at this. All weekend long, we've got temperatures 70s and sunshine. Stick with us. We have much more news, weather, and traffic when we come back.
Good morning, welcome, and happy Friday to everyone.
It's Friday.
No.
TGIF.
It's been a long, hot week.
It has been.
Yesterday was brutal.
Yeah, but it's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a beautiful weekend. We're going to bring those temperatures down a little bit, simmer back to our summer normals, because the last several days have been extreme heat. We had
uncomfortable,
very uncomfortable. We had the extreme heat warnings, the heat advisories, all that lifted. So we're making our approach to this afternoon and into extending all the way into even the early part of next week, where temperatures are going to be quite nice. Numbers rather than triple digits for our valleys, we're going to come down and mainly 90s. So daytime highs going to be great through this, weekend. Temperatures, though, rise again. Enjoy this brief break from the extreme heat while we can. We're anticipating next Wednesday, Thursday, temperatures are set to soar again. Current temperatures really nice out right now. Get outdoors, 75 degrees in the LA area, 75 in Corona, a little warmer for San Bernardino, and even at the beach. Really beautiful conditions. Temperatures, if you are heading over the coast, we're looking at about 76 degrees, warmer, slightly warmer than normal for inland areas, and hot. It's still going to be hot, just a little, as I mentioned, less heat. 80 degrees for the Big Bear area, and still hot for our high deserts. Temperatures just a few degrees shy of triple digits. And low deserts, if you're heading over to Palm Springs, it is Friday. It'll be a little hot and a little humid due to a little effect from the monsoon moisture and perhaps even an off chance of a sporadic shower. We're going to continue to keep tabs on all these conditions. And just to give you a look at our temperature trend, 90s are on the way. And then there it is, temperatures set to soar back into triple digits next week. Now send back over to you ladies.
All right, Samana, thank you. So this time yesterday, we were all over that huge water main break in West Hollywood. And this morning, part of the Sunset Strip remains off limits as crews are working to repair that massive sinkhole.
Let's go to Mario right now, live with more on the repair work and how long this is going to take. Good morning.
He's working on his audio right there. Should work right about now.
We are talking about this process that could last through the weekend. Now, I want to show you they're having to install a 25-foot stretch of pipeline. You can see it there behind me. They'll begin lifting it with a crane, slowly lowering it into the sinkhole. And crews first had to pump out nearly 200,000 gallons of water before those repairs could begin. So let's show you what this looks like from Skyfox. LADWP says this is a 36-inch water trunk line, a major pipe that moves water across this part of the city. Officials say the pipe is about 110 years old, made of cast iron, and they've now determined that the rivets failed, causing the side of the pipe to peel open, unleashing all that water that flooded this entire area. And let's go to some ground shots that show you the mess it created early yesterday morning. Water gushing from the buckled pavement for nearly 4 hours. LADWP officials this morning say they knew almost immediately through their remote monitoring system that this was an LADWP pipe, but they had to slowly close massive water valves to avoid creating a pressure surge that would have caused even more damage elsewhere in the system. And the agency's general manager walked us through the next steps. Take a listen.
We are going to be cutting out that damaged section of the pipe this morning, and then the pipe will begin to be placed and welded. It takes about 16 hours for us to do the welding, and then we would be able to slowly start to bring water pressure up, and we check for leaks. So we'd be looking at tomorrow before we're actually doing leak checks. You probably won't even see this on a customer bill. As far as what the total cost for the project, we'll know that later once we're all wrapped up and completed, but it's all part of what we do.
Now, for the first time this morning, we got a close-up look at the massive water pipe that ruptured here more than 24 hours ago, sending all that water into this neighborhood and leaving behind this sinkhole. Back out here live, another look at the process here. Sunset between Larrabee and La Cienega expected to be shut down in both directions during the repairs. And officials this morning telling me they hope to have this completed, the repairs completed. By the end of the week, they'll start putting in asphalt, and this will be a temporary fix, but they should have traffic reopened here along the Sunset Strip by Monday morning. For now, live here in West Hollywood, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Mario. We'll, of course, stay on top of that, and we're hours away from the opening of the OC Fair.
Something fun to do. Coco McAvoy live in Costa Mesa with the preview. Good morning.
Good morning. That's right. It is opening day for the OC Fair, and that means this place is going to be flooded in just a couple of hours with so many people who have been waiting an entire year for this day to come. And if you're coming to the fair, of course, you're coming for the rides. Hi! You're coming for the food, but you're also probably coming for the animals. This is the Great American Petting Farm. This is Sherry. You see all of the animals flock to her. So Sherry, morning breakfast time. Morning breakfast time. I love it. So Sherry, while you're feeding, tell us all about the Great American Petting Farm.
Yes, well, we've been at the Orange County Fair for about 40 years now. Wow. Yes, our founders, Dave and Diane Linderman, started the business in 1983. It's called the Great American Entertainment Company. And so they wanted to encourage people and to experience agriculture at its finest. So they started a traveling petting farm, the Great American Petting Farm, and we've been traveling since. So we're honored to be here at the Orange County Fair.
Yes, I mean, and this is amazing. You were telling me you have more than 50 animals, and you can see they're also friendly, so there's really no age group. Like, anyone can come and do this.
Right, that's what's neat. Our motto is from the young to the young at heart, and it really encourages, especially kids or families that are in the city, that haven't experienced farm animals, the agricultural experience of the farm, which is the heart of the farm. The farm is the heart of the fairs, and that's what it all started with. So we're excited to be here. You could come 11 to 9 are our hours here. We have, I got ice cream cone, but they've kind of taken it out of my back pocket. But we sell ice cream cones with grain in it for 1 for $5 or 2 for $8, and that's free for every fair customer to come and experience our amazing animals. We have many varieties. We have baby goats. We have chickens. Oh, you're on my...
That one is super hungry, wants all the food.
Yeah, we have a miniature donkey over here. We have llama, Princess Llama. Oh, and of course our beautiful Bennett Wallaby, Lulu. And sheep, potbelly pigs. So a variety of animals. Come on by. We'd love to see you. We're excited. It's America's 250th birthday, and celebrate it with Great American Petting Farm at the Orange County Fair.
Love it. Thank you so much, Sherry. Great talking with you. And this is really a great way to celebrate. And like she said, too, you get to learn a lot about these animals, especially if you've never had the experience, if you've never been to a farm. Look at that wallaby. And so this is available, like she said, from 11 until 9. The Orange County Fair opens up today. It's going to run through August 16th. So lots of opportunities to meet wonderful animals and eat great food as well. I'll send it back to you.
Gosh, you're standing in a place my kids would love to be in.
Be careful of your wires. They like to eat the wires off your headset.
Be careful.
So remember
we
those
were talking
days.
about that right before we got live. Yep.
So far, so
we
good.
We tucked everything for that reason.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Coco. All right, so Sky Fox over a great day at the office in Venice. What am I talking about, Stu? Tell us. Look at all those laptops.
Well, you know, I told, you know, I got to start off with, I told the adults at Fox, hey, we're going to be there too early because remote workers, they work on their own schedule because they're working remote. But this is an event, and apparently it has been huge in other cities, and I think it's going to be huge here too, but it's just kicking off, and it just started. Now, this is off of a guy that's on Instagram and TikTok. He is the remote work guy. I saw him just a moment ago, and it's basically, you know, let's work remote from Venice Beach. Let's work remote from someplace nice. They basically posted it on Instagram and TikTok. It has had thousands of people responding in different cities. But these people that got here a little early, they're taking this stuff really serious. I think that's Scott Muirhead right there underneath that umbrella. A lot of these folks, you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it out loud. And if you're an employer, you know, don't use me in the lawsuit. But you know, a lot of the remote workers, they kind of they do it on their own time, and I think a lot of these guys down there might be a little bit more goofing off than work. But before you condemn the whole crowd, check out these two. These guys look real serious, don't they? I mean, these look like the serious remote workers. They got their laptops up, they got their camera going, and I haven't seen them move at all. They're on there, they're typing, they're doing their thing down there. So it is definitely an event. It's happening at Venice Beach. Where are we? We're near Muscle Beach and also near the skate park. So if you're going to make your way out here, that's where it is. It was kind of a vague description. Not a lot of people here now, but this event in other cities like San Diego drew thousands. There's Scott. I know that's Scott. That's him right there. Maybe he's going to go set up some more signs. But at any rate, this is basically work remotely with your buddies so you can be social. You know, that's the one thing. When you work remote, you can't be social. Now you can be social and work remotely. What do you guys think?
I'd be so distracted.
Right.
I'd want to jump in the ocean. I want to go for a run, ride my bike, do anything but work.
They have the cooler. I don't know what's in the cooler,
Yeah, hit
but I
the
like
cooler
that.
for sure.
I would be working hard because I never slack during work hours.
Right.
Always
Let's see
working.
how much work gets
Yeah,
done.
of course.
And the glare and the sun
Yes,
on your
us too in
screen.
Skyfox, no doubt.
Thank you, Stu.
Yeah, I like the treadmills. I think that was the nicest touch, the treadmills out there.
Oh,
That's pretty
right, the
cool.
standing
Okay.
desk. The standing walking desk. Nice touch.
All right, so historic FIFA World Cup comes to a close this weekend with the final match on Sunday. There were so many storylines we are following and have followed, players we really fell in love with, lots of emotions along the way.
That's right. We saw more countries than ever before participate and more matches played than ever before as well. And it all comes down to this weekend with Spain facing the returning champions Argentina in the final. Spain comes into the final with a lot of promise here, deep talent and a core identity. They are committed to a style of play that's really hard to beat, with a rock-solid defense, only giving up 1 goal all tournament long, and, of course, a young sensation in 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, considered the next greatest of all time. But his team will be facing a tried-and-true squad who knows how to win, with Lionel Messi leading the way as truly the best player in the world right now. The two stars will be facing each other for the first time ever on the pitch on an international stage. So, also at stake here, the Golden Boot, the award for the top goal scorer of the tournament, and Messi is leading the way with 8 goals, tied with France's Kylian Mbappe. But counting assists here, Messi does have the edge. Now, both men will play this weekend. Remember, there is a Saturday game for that third-place finisher. They do have a chance to add to their totals. Mbappe and France is playing in the consolation game against England, and England's Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane, and France's Ousmane Dembele. They're also tied with 6 goals. So if Messi remains on top, this would be his first time winning the Golden Boot. This, of course, is the 39-year-old's last World Cup appearance after playing in 6 tournaments across his career. So no matter how you look at it, who you're cheering for, you are going to witness history on Sunday. The final World Cup match for Messi, a once-in-a-lifetime player, and a sort of passing of the torch here, where game will recognize game when you see Messi and Lamine Yamal play against each other for the first time.
So the game on Saturday, those goals will count for the boot as well. That's interesting because technically those teams are not in the match,
That's
right? But they
But
will
you
count.
still have the magic foot.
That's true.
You know what
The
I
Golden
mean?
Boot's the Golden Boot. Okay. So yeah, we're talking about the storylines.
Yes, Messi and Lamine Yamal.
I love that. You've seen the picture, I'm sure, by now, right?
Right. It's not the first time you're going to see the two together, right? You've seen the photo, okay? And now, the 6-month-old in the photo in question, there are a few people that are like, what? What are they talking about? Yeah, that 6-month-old is now Messi's rival in the World Cup final. Now, we've talked about this photo before, but here's the thing. The two are now facing each other in the World Cup final, so let's do it again. Back in 2007, UNICEF had a fundraising photo shoot where Lionel Messi is seen bathing a baby. This is that photo of a 20-year-old Messi and that chunky baby he's holding. He's bathing. His mom is holding him. 6-month-old Lamine Yamal. Yeah, and just because it's so storybook, people actually don't believe. They don't believe in magic.
it's like
you guys,
AI.
they do. Bob actually texted me and was like, "Is this AI?" And I'm like, "You know, it's not AI." We've talked about this before. UNICEF actually had to jump in the convo yesterday, making it clear to the non-believers the photos are real. By the way, both players are now UNICEF ambassadors, using their fame to advocate for children around the world. So maybe we get a new I imagine there's not going to be a bathtub involved. Not in this way, but you know, maybe they get creative and we get a new photo soon, right?
AI can get involved in all kinds of things can happen.
I feel like they'll do something for real. Lamine's dad calls this photo, though, the beginning of two legends. I thought this was fun. ESPN actually caught up with the photographer who shot this, and someone had to tell him years later, like, what magic he had. Yes, the photographer's name is Joan Monfort. He says he didn't before, but he now believes in destiny. He actually looked back at that day. He remembers Messi was introverted and shy and didn't know how to hold a baby. Yeah, Monfort says he's hopeful the two are happy about this photo all these years later. You guys, speaking of babies, the baby that has taken over this World Cup, that's this guy, Lamine's little brother. Americana. Yeah, Lamine Yamal has said in many interviews how hard his parents worked to put food on that table as a child, and he is glad his baby brother gets to enjoy the childhood of his dreams. Yeah,
They're
you know,
so cute together.
They're so cute together. He said he's almost like my son.
Yeah,
they love each other. It's so fun. You know, Lamine Yamal, he talks about his parents, his dad, like going out and searching for metal scraps in order to sell and put food on the table, and that is not the life this little boy lives.
That's
Thanks to his big brother.
Thanks to Big Brother and the
what
support from his
big
parents.
Personality. You always see him on the Jumbotron and cheering for Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
What's the age difference?
He's 3.
He's 3.
And Lamine Yamal is 19. Just turned 19. He's almost 4, though. It's a big age difference.
So sweet.
By the way, I think this was fun. I always see this on Twitter. People are wondering why. First of all of the different names on the back of the jerseys, it's all a cultural thing, what the sport is like in their country. But Yamal is not his last name. He actually has 2 first names. His name is Lamine Yamal. And then he's got 2 last names, 2 surnames.
But his mother's side. But yeah, obviously this is his half brother.
No, he was named after 2 men who helped support his parents when they moved to Spain. And so in order to honor them, they named Lamine Yamal after those 2 men.
I saw that story. That's right. That's sweet.
And then he actually has his father's last name and his mother's last name. It's an African tradition.
Very good. That's going to be great.
It's pretty cool.
Can't wait for Sunday.
I'm excited. I want to see the 19-year-old just stunt. We'll see.
Tune in. Speaking of tuning in, coverage for the World Cup Finals, Spain and Argentina, starts at 8 a.m. with a 4-hour pregame show. The match starts at noon. It's taking place at New York, New Jersey Stadium. And with that, we'll be right back.
Welcome back. Founder of Urban Decay and Cali Ray, Wendy Zomner, is a woman on a mission to provide clean beauty built to perform with an active summer lifestyle.
Wendy is here to show us how to achieve an effortless glow and ditch some of those common beauty mistakes, which I'm sure we all still make. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Hi, great to be here. Yeah, I'm here to talk about some common summer beauty hacks you can do that will just lighten up your makeup routine. You know, a lot of what we do in the winter and the fall needs to shift a little bit for summer. So I would say the first thing I would do is maybe ditch your heavy foundation. So what we've got on the models here is a skin tint mixed with an illuminator. This is our Light Source Illuminator, and it is amazing for just brightening up the skin so you get that summer glow. It also blurs and refines pores, so it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, but you get that really refined look without a lot of weight.
And we don't want to melt in the sun, especially in the summer, right? With all our makeup.
Yeah, the makeup's, you don't want it to feel heavy. I mean, it's hot right now, right?
Yeah.
You go outside and it's like sweltering and you can feel it on your face. Let's not feel it on our faces. Let's just kind of enjoy summer. The second tip I would give you is ditch that under eye concealer. I know we all love how it looks when we're light and bright, but this product does the work of 3. So you can find these serum concealers that do color correction, illumination, and a little bit of concealing all in one. And that way you're subbing 3 products for 1. So look for things that do multi-purpose and really brighten up that under eye without seeing the makeup, because what you don't want in the summer is to end up with creasy under eyes.
I know, that's the worst. I hate that because you're constantly like going like this.
You're patting, so you want to find something that's super hydrating and not drying under the eye.
I like it's all in one, so you don't have to pack a lot of things in your beach bag, right?
It is all in one, and I mean, little hot tip, I actually will use this all over my face in the summer sometimes. It's so lightweight and it really just blurs everything out. So
perfect.
That's a real hack.
All right, what about mascara?
Okay, mascara is so important. I know we're hearing things about like no mascara summer. That's not for me. I need mascara. Most of us do. I think the solution and the secret to that is a brown mascara and a tubing mascara. So number one, brown just can look a little more soft for summer days and those kind of casual moments that we're having. But the other thing is you really want to use a tubing mascara. This is like an amazing formula that is sweat proof, waterproof. You can jump in a pool, jump in the ocean.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, just
I don't want it to be raccoon
It's
eyes.
never gonna raccoonize on you. It comes off with warm water. They last like 24 hours. If you'd left it on, it would stay on, but it comes off in the shower with a little warm water.
Perfect. And is that what's on the models?
That is what is on the models today.
By the way, the model's mother and daughter.
Mother-daughter.
Introduce
us. Yeah, so we've got Amy with us. Amy actually helped me develop tons of Urban Decay products over the years.
Wow.
And then Sulema is her daughter.
Beautiful. We have about 2 minutes, so let's, do you want to demo some stuff on them?
Yeah, we can demo some stuff on them. So I would say one of the things we want to always use at the end of your makeup is a setting spray. Amy knows to like close her eyes, but not just any setting spray. This one has seawater minerals. Oh yes. This is going to keep your makeup on for 24 hours, but it's not going to.
It smells good.
It smells good. It smells like vacation. 24-hour wear on your makeup. But it's got all kinds of great skincare in it. So I actually use it as a refresh throughout the day, like, oh, I'm feeling a little dry. Like, this is a great summer hack to keep your skin hydrated and moisturized.
Should we use primer in the summer?
Certain kinds of primers. Some primers, excuse me, can feel really heavy. This one's really light. It blurs out all your pores and fine lines. So this could be like your no makeup. Or you could mix it with a bronzer, a serum bronzer. And you want to use a serum versus a cream or a powder in the summer. Just more lightweight and hydrating. One fun tip about this is it works great for men.
Oh.
So I know a lot of guys that have some pores they want to blur out. This is totally clear.
By itself?
By itself.
Yeah.
Just use it on its own. Works great on a bald head. Yes.
Interesting.
David. And a fun fact is Shabuzi's makeup artist uses this on him before every show.
Oh,
so
drop some
really
names.
gets you that beautiful complexion and blurred out look.
And how about for the lips?
For the lips. Okay. How many of you have burned your lips over the summer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually give them each a little gloss to apply while we're watching.
And it has SPF? Or?
It has SPF 31 in it.
Oh, perfect.
So this gloss is really cool because unlike a lot of SPFs, it doesn't taste like SPF. It doesn't feel like SPF. It's balmy, glossy. So you can have this beautiful, pretty lip gloss look without having that sunscreen feel and without feeling really heavy.
Oh, I like the colors
so
too.
good.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. So we did one pop of color on Amy, and then we did a little more of a neutral on Sulema. So
nice.
Are those your real lashes? Like, gosh.
I know.
Mother and daughter are blessed with those amazing lashes.
Well, or amazing mascara. I'm just saying, amazing. Because tubing really does lengthen. That's the other thing is this one volumizes, but it also lengthens.
Wow,
really beautiful.
good stuff. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Check out Callie Ray's full lineup at CallieRayBeauty.com. And let's go to Samara talking about that summer and the heat.
Oh, yes. So we have been under extreme heat conditions and great makeup tips there. But temperatures will simmer down just a tad. So we're getting back to what a typical summer feels like here in Southern California. So mainly 70s like this along the coast, 80s inland, and 90s for the valleys rather than the triple-digit heat that we've been experiencing the last several days. So moving into the weekend, beautiful weather there. Make sure you don't forget the sunscreen. We've got temperatures for inland communities as well as Orange County. And the OC Fair opens up today, and we've got some great summer weather, especially in the evening hours where temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler and more comfortable. But enjoy this brief break from the excessive heat because we're anticipating temperatures to rise once again. 95 and keeping really good through the weekend. Stick with us. We'll have much more news, weather, and traffic when we come back.
Good morning. Welcome to 10 a.m. on this Friday morning. We have some developing news in West Hollywood where crews are working around the clock to fix the damage caused by yesterday's massive water main break.
We do have team coverage this morning, and Mario Ramirez was covering the story when it first broke. He joins us now with the latest on the repairs. Mario?
Yeah, Sandra, Roxia, I'll tell you, according to plans right now, officials hope to have this reopened, this stretch of Sunset Boulevard, reopened by the end of the weekend, and that's if they don't find any additional leaks. They'll have to do testing once they get that replacement pipe underground into the sinkhole. And now that crews have pumped out nearly 200,000 gallons of water from that sinkhole, the repairs can begin. So take a look. Let's show you what this looks like from Skyfox, from up above early this morning. LADWP says this is a 36-inch water trunk line that gave way early Thursday morning around 3 a.m. It connects water through this part of the city, about 110 years old. And we also have some video from the ground that shows you the mess it created as water was gushing from the buckled pavement for nearly 4 hours yesterday. We were here watching it. It sent a river of water south down Palm Avenue, flooding the streets, several homes and vehicles, some completely submerged in underground garages here. And this morning, LADWP interim general manager David Hansen, he walked us through what caused this massive failure.
It's cast iron. You can see there was a failure of the rivets and the side peeled open, and then that's what caused the flooding. It's a 36-inch water trunk line main that feeds major distribution from one side of the city to the other. There may be some confusion on the scene when you see water coming out of the ground, but remotely on our electronic monitoring system, we have a pretty good indication that it's ours. We can see reservoir levels starting to drop, coupled with water pressure issues, so we know right away. We dispatch crews to the area, and they start finding the closest valves to the area so they can start closing them off. These valves are very large, and we can't just shut them quickly because that could cause a shock to the system and cause other damage.
As for what's next, crews now have to cut out the ruptured pipeline, carefully lower the replacement, and begin about 16 hours of continuous welding before they can slowly restore water pressure and check for any additional leaks. Now back out here live, Sunset between Larrabee Street and La Cienega completely shut down in both directions during the repairs. And again, officials hope to have it fully reopened to traffic by Monday morning. And we know this has had a huge impact to residents and businesses nearby. For that part of the story, let's head over to Gigi Graciette. Hi, Gigi.
Good morning, Mario. Good morning, everyone. We're right across the street south of Sunset on Palm, and you can see the work being done from this perspective. Businesses are really feeling this, in addition, of course, to all the folks who live in this area. Supreme, that's a clothing business. You may recognize the building. That's the old iconic Tower Records building. They actually had a big clothing drop yesterday. They had to cancel that. Over here on the left side, you have this office tower, home to attorneys, other businesses. They have a lot of mud and water damage, especially in their parking structure. And if you're familiar with West Hollywood, then you're probably familiar with Dialogue. It is a community hub. They've been here for over 18 years. This is where folks gather. So many community events are done. Unfortunately, they're closed because of the water damage. But take a look. They've got complimentary hydration, coffee, pastries they're offering to first responders. So they're closed, but they're still working, trying to help out in this situation. And this is a historic building. This is known as the Schindler. That was the name of the architect. It was built in 1934. And this morning we spoke to one of the owners who talked about all the work that's going to has to be done to get this building operational once again.
Oh, I mean, for the average individual, it's a muddy mess, and it's a very unfortunate muddy mess, and it's them dealing with this for a very, very long time. It's a lot more catastrophic than that. There's a lot of underground work that needs to be done, with quite a few buildings on the block. It looks like they're going to potentially have to get an engineer over here and make sure that foundationally everything is sound. We're on a hillside slope right now. And one of the, I think I saw 2 red tack buildings down the street, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Good times.
Now, behind the Schindler is another building owned by the same folks. It's home to Lucky Athletics, private training. Look at the damage inside. They actually had to lift all of the wooden floors, the original wooden floors that were installed, we're told, back in the 1940s and 1950s. So a lot of history here on the corner of Palm and Holloway. This is just south of Sunset. Now, bringing it back here live, take a look at some of the damage right right outside the cafe. That is also a result of the water main break. The DWP telling me that the rush of water undermined the dirt underneath the cement sidewalk. That caused the sidewalk to collapse, and that's actually something that we're seeing up and down Palm. So a lot of damage done. And I don't know, Carlos Jacinto, if you're able to make out the kiosk there. The Department of Water and Power has set up a kiosk here on Palm, just south of Holloway, and they are taking claims. They've got information. If you have been affected in any way, we're talking about your cars, your apartments, your business, your houses, you can file a claim with the Department of Water and Power. There is, of course, a process. You must contact your insurance company. If you have insurance, you must contact them first. We're told that flood insurance doesn't work in this case, according to the DWP. They say this is all on this. And there is a process, and they tell me they have to be very careful with the money they pay out because it is based on ratepayers who pay into the system. So they're going to be very careful, but they say they're going to make everybody whole, including businesses like Dialogue, which will be closed for the foreseeable future because not only do they have to clean up the mud and the water, then they have to do water remediation. They have to check for mold. And I'm told they're going to have to get out an engineer here to check the structure, the structural integrity of the building because, as he mentioned, Dimitri did, they are on this slope and you can see all the damage done right here to the sidewalk. They need to make sure there's no further damage underneath the historic building. So that is the latest from West Hollywood. This is going to be felt for a long time. It's not only the pipe, it's not only the cleanup of the mud. It's a lot, especially for the folks who live in this area and the businesses that right now are out of business. Reporting live in West Hollywood, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
It's not only time consuming, it's also a very expensive process as well, which you've talked about, Gigi, in the past. Thank you for the latest on that. And thank you also for following the story out of Mexico and providing us with the latest information there as well. That breaking news story that we'll update you on now. The magnitude 7.3 quake rocking southern Mexico's Pacific coast this morning. A tsunami warning now active. The president of Mexico actually warning people to stay away from the beaches for that reason. The U.S. Geological Survey saying the quake hit shortly before 8 a.m. in the state of Chiapas near the border of Guatemala. Seismologists say the quake was relatively shallow, at times 9 miles deep, meaning the shaking was felt hundreds of miles away across Central America. And there are reports of lots of structural damage actually near the epicenter. The quake was felt strongly in Mexico City and Guatemala. In El Salvador, a little bit less. In Guatemala City, they evacuated many businesses, conferences, and hotels. We'll, of course, keep an eye on things there.
All right, the source of a nationwide cyclosporiasis outbreak may have been found now.
There's a dramatic increase in the number of reported cases. So Brooke here with the very latest on that.
That's right. A couple things going on this morning. First up, Michigan health officials have reported 5,002 cases of cyclosporiasis just this morning, according to a new Reuters report. That's up from just about 600. So 650, I believe, reported in just a 24-hour period, putting their total number up to 5,002. Now, this comes as reports a California company is at the center of this nationwide health scare. The New York Times reports federal officials say they worked with Michigan investigators to trace the outbreak, and they honed in on iceberg lettuce from Salinas-based company Taylor Farms. According to their reporting, this info comes from two federal sources who declined to be named. We do have a notice posted late last night from the CDC saying this lettuce was served at Taco Bell locations in 5 states: Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, and West Virginia. Thing is, it may have gone to other vendors as well. So I want to remind you of some common symptoms for cyclosporiasis. So common symptoms include watery diarrhea, loss of appetite, weight loss, cramping, bloating, increased gas, nausea, and fatigue. The CDC did not name Taylor Farms in its notice, only saying the lettuce was from a single supplier and grown in Mexico. We're also told Taco Bell is working to stop using this lettuce, and you should not eat it from locations in those states. By the way, if you think you have any of these nasty symptoms, the CDC wants you to know routine tests don't always screen for cyclospores, so make sure to specifically request testing for it.
And it's good to know that it can be treated with antibiotics, but also just make sure you hydrate, because anytime you face those symptoms, it can be really depleting.
Right, yeah. And, you know, I worry that, you know, in my back and forth of kind of talking about this story over the last couple days, I want people to not be confused. We are going back and forth between saying the name of the pathogen and then saying the name of the illness that you get if you're infected with that pathogen. So we're talking about cyclospora and cyclosporiasis.
Yes.
You know, I imagine people are like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same
Basically.
thing.
Yeah.
But we talked about this a little bit ago, but for me the concern was initially when it happened, and people eat out a lot, like in America our culture is to eat out, and many of the restaurants or the servers, they were unaware that this was an issue. So that makes me kind of concerned, right?
No,
like
seriously.
you want people to be aware of what's going on.
And we are, I would say, the rabbit food capital of this country, truly. And so like when you're talking about fresh produce, that's a big deal here. It's a big thing here. It's our culture here, right, in Southern California to eat that, which is great. But you just want to be aware, right, and make sure that whatever you decide to do and what you think is best for your household, that you're listening to experts and you're trying your best to follow what they say.
And asking the questions, and hopefully the people you're asking the questions to have some answers for you, and they're not looking at you like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Lettuce is fine.
Pretty scary disorder. Yeah.
It is.
Just know for yourself for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brooke. So for the 6th straight day, the United States pummeling Iranian forces by targeting bridges near the Strait of Hormuz.
Madeline Rivera has the latest from Washington.
We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will see the fruits of that labor very, very shortly.
U.S. forces launch its 6th straight night of attacks, targeting bridges and other military infrastructure in Iran's strategic port city of Bandar Abbas, in an effort to isolate the Revolutionary Guard and disrupt key supply routes. The White House says its goal is to stop Iran from threatening commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz.
President Trump is not going to sit by and allow these active acts of terrorism to take place in the Strait without ensuring Iran pays consequences for that, and that's what we are witnessing right now.
Iran responded with attacks targeting Iraq, Bahrain, Jordan, and Kuwait. Kuwaiti officials say their military shot down 32 drones.
In no way will we allow the United States, as a foreign and extra-regional country, to interfere in the Strait of Hormuz. This is Iran's inviolable red line.
The operation is also drawing criticism on Capitol Hill, where some lawmakers are urging the president to pursue diplomacy instead of expanding the conflict.
I don't know that expanding it will make it better. I think that the president needs room to negotiate a peace.
JJ.
Thank you so much, Madeline Rivera, reporting there. And the White House says that Iran has continued to signal it's willing to negotiate, even as military options continue.
In a primetime address, President Trump called out what he claims are vulnerabilities in our voting system. While discussing the release of classified intelligence, the president claimed China helped rig the 2020 elections by stealing the